At that moment, for one reason or another, I had a light bulb moment. And I thought to myself, why is he doing that? I'm sure he was eating. I heard him. He's always been a picky eater, which I thought was the case. It was not. And in that moment, it took me back to a scenario to when Charlie was younger. And that on that day, walking towards the kitchen, before I entered, I'd seen him dart for the table. He'd run away from the bin, and I said before, he would continue this habit for quite some time when we weren't in the room, because we didn't remove the access from the bin. So any punishment he got out of the bin was just while we were there with him. So these two things came to light. Charlie never learned from the punishment that he received while eating out of the bin, because humans were the direct cause of that punishment, as we were present in the situation. When we were not present, in his mind it was okay to do it. Charlie also developed a general association with being punished for eating, whether that be from the bin or out of his own bowl, which is why he ran under the table every time he heard people coming up the hallway towards the kitchen. That auditory projection from our footsteps walking towards the kitchen would trigger a response, and he would anticipate punishment, which resulted him from escaping. This was a fearful response. And here I'm going to back it up behavioural psychology. And I go to classical conditioning, which I need to tell you what it is the process of pairing a neutral stimuli with an unconditioned stimulus. In this case, the noise of my footsteps and the food for the dog. I now refer to operant learning theory. In general, there are 4 types or possible consequences for operant conditioning. Positive reinforcement, which strengthens the presentation of the stimulus. Negative reinforcement behaviour, where it is strengthened by the removal of an unpleasant stimulus. Positive punishment, presenting an unpleasant stimulus that causes a reduction in the strength of the behaviour. And negative punishment, which is the removal of a stimulus that an animal seeks out. So unfortunately, using some of these operant principles can have a negative effect on dogs' health and behaviour. In theory, I was using positive punishment in order to reduce an inappropriate behaviour, which was Charlie eating out of the bin. Indeed, using punishment can be accompanied by a number of possible undesirable, negative and potentially injurious effects, such as escape behaviour, aggression and apathy. So a study I came across highlights a survey of 326 dog owners, which examined